Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. Wanted to do this video and show you guys a piece of gear that I picked up recently. A piece that I've been really looking forward to getting my hands on for a long time. Recently just pulled the trigger and picked one up, and I'm really glad that I did. And that is the Slim Kreeper by Third Eye Tactical. This is a pocket multi-tool slash defense tool. And really sweet. This is the slightly different version. It's called the Slim. It's slightly different from their flagship multi-tool, which is the Kreeper. So it's called the Slim Kreeper. Pretty much same dimensions, a few differences, and I'll go over that in this video. I just want to show you guys their logo, Third Eye Tactical. It's their name, and I'll put a link in the description to their website and their Instagram page, because they sell some products on Instagram they don't on their website, and they just got a lot of really cool pictures. But really cool company, great customer service, super nice guys. Yeah, I haven't seen any videos here on YouTube on any of their tools, so I wanted to do this video, go over the tool and go over the features with you guys and kind of talk about why I chose this tool. But I got it a few days ago, so I've been carrying it for a couple of days now, and I've already used it quite a few times, and I really love this tool. First of all, I fell in love with the looks. Really cool looking. It's kind of got a skull look to it. Some of you guys may not be into that. I am. I just think it looks cool. Their Kreeper has pieces of metal that go all the way around to make perfect eye holes. And it has a wrench right here, a 5-piece wrench instead of a bit driver. So those are the differences between the full-size Kreeper and the Slim Kreeper. It's just a little bit thinner in profile, you know, in this dimension. And it has a wrench instead of a screwdriver. But I use a screwdriver more than I use a wrench. And I like the lower profile of this tool. But anyway, how you get it is exactly how you see it. The lanyard was custom made by them down there. When you order it, you can write what color paracord lanyard you want with it at no added cost. It's all included to the main cost of this product, which I'll get to later. So that's really cool. This is the stock lanyard that they'll send with you on all their tools, I believe, if you request a lanyard or put a lanyard color in there. Of course, I had to do toxic green, but there's no drop-down menu. You just write in the color. So imagine they have a huge selection of colors, but very cool snake knot lanyard, very long. I put it in my back pocket and had a little bit to grab onto, which is perfect. Not sure what this knot's called, but very cool. Really nice added touch, and it's pre-installed. Like I said, exactly how you see it is exactly how I got it. So pre-installed, very cool. Comes with a bit. I believe it's always going to be a Phillips head 1/4-inch bit, but it comes with it, so that's cool. Didn't come with spare O-rings, which is fine. I think I have some O-rings that might fit this, or they might send you some if you request them, if one breaks or you lose one or whatnot. But anyway, I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video, this is the stainless steel version. They do make these in titanium, but they're not currently on their website. And these stainless steel ones go really fast, guys. So if you're interested in these, pause the video now and go check it out. But the finish on this is like a polished stone wash. Really pretty finish. I really dig the polished stone wash. It looks like how Benchmade does some of their blades. Very attractive finish. All the edges are very nicely smoothed and rounded off. So there's no sharp edges on this tool, which it looks like it would be very sharp and aggressive, but it's not. It's very smooth and comfortable to hold and to use, which is good. Size-wise, it's a decent-sized tool. A little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but that's a good thing. Just as a point of reference, there's the Leatherman number 4, recently reviewed. It just dwarfs the number 4 in every dimension. Thickness-wise, I believe that's a 1/4-inch thick. I'll measure, and if I'm wrong, I'll annotate it. But I believe it's a 1/4-inch thick of steel. 1/4-inch thick of steel? 1/4-inch thick steel. So it's going to be very strong, robust for you. The weight, I'm not sure. Here again, I'll have to weigh it and annotate it for you guys. I should have come prepared. I was just excited to talk about this thing. But anyway, onto the tools. You have 3 lashing options up here, these big slots. So you can have a lanyard on there if you want, or take it off, of course. It came also with 3 D-rings for like a keychain. They're separate, but you can attach all 3 of those through those holes and lash something to it if you want. Carry it on your keys. This will be a big keychain, but so you have options there. Down here you have 2 bottle openers. Why 2? Well, why not? Mainly just for aesthetics. It has to keep, you know, the constant design, but these function as bottle openers. As you can see here, it has a pry tip. Kind of steep, a little bit steeper than I prefer. You know, I prefer something kind of shallow, like in the number 4. But the number 4 is a thinner tool, so you're going to be able to get that a little bit thinner anyway. But it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If they went with a much more shallow grind, there'd be a higher chance of that chipping if you're using it hard. So it being that steep, there's less chance for that metal to deform and to chip. So that's cool. You know, I could take it or leave it. It's going to serve its purpose. I'll put it that way. Yeah, and of course you can see it will also be, you can also use it as a tack puller or nail puller. I have not tested that out, so I'm not sure how that would work, but I'm sure it'd work just fine. On the back here real quick, you can see it engraved USA. Made in the US and hand finished and tooled in the US. And then right there you see there the eye. Really cool looking. But anyway, the main feature of this tool, or not, I wouldn't say the main feature, but the selling point, this was the selling point for me, and why I chose this over the full-size Kreeper. The main reason is that you have the 2 O-rings down here, which hold a 1/4 inch bit, which is hard to find. A lot of these tools, they have the bit driver, you know, portion of the tool, but they don't actually have a bit, you know, that is stored inside of the tool. So this, you can store the bit inside of the tool, like with the Leatherman number 4. And because I don't carry around a bunch of loose 1/4 inch bits. You know, if I have a bunch of 1/4 inch bits with me, it's because I have my screwdriver set with me. I have my tool set. So it's stored inside the tool, so you always have this 1/4 inch bit on hand. And of course, you can change that out with any 1/4 inch bit. You could have a hex bit or a Torx bit. You know, if you work on knives a lot, carry a size 6, like a T6 or a T8, T9 Torx bit, flathead or whatever you want, and store it in there. It doesn't have to be a Phillips head. But how that's going to work is you're just going to fit it right through that little cutout. And it's just kind of pressure fit. I mean, it's not even really pressure fit. You can see it almost falls out. But you're just going to put it in there, put your thumb over it, and then just get to work tightening or untightening. This is obviously never going to substitute a screwdriver. This is just for last-minute touch-ups, tightening, loosening, just on-the-fly type stuff. It's not meant to you know, substitute as a screwdriver, because it is going to be a little bit more cumbersome. You're not going to be able to get a good reach. It has to be pretty much flat to be able to get your tool on there. How this goes in there, by the way, it's going to be kind of specific. Those 2 grooves got to meet up with 2 of the cutouts in the bit. It just depends on how it's lined up. Like, I think this is going to fit. Nah. So that part's kind of annoying if you had to use it and you got to sit there and fiddle. There we go. How it goes back in there. Which, by the way, the pry tip could also be used as a flathead screwdriver. The real main feature of this tool is, if you guys haven't figured it out already, bam, a self-defense tool. Now, now you get into some of the legality issues, which they have a disclaimer on their website, so I thought it was just worth mentioning, you know, because some states are picky about these kind of pocket tools. They can be classified as brass knuckles or a knuckle duster or something like that. So you got to be careful, read up on your state laws or even your country's laws. I know a lot of countries are really picky about Kubotans, so I think this might possibly fall under that category as well. Even though it's not necessarily, you know, it has tools that you would use, it's not necessarily just a defense tool, especially not like a brass knuckle or knuckle duster or anything like that. But, you know, your prosecutor could argue that case if you had to use this. But I thought it was worth mentioning. But it is very comfortable to be used in this grip, or if you wanted to do it like such, which actually feels a little bit better. But this is going to get the job done, guys. It is just pointy enough, you know, and this is sharper and is harder than your knuckle. So obviously it's going to help. You know, if you were to punch a hard surface, is this going to, you know, go back into your hand and hurt your hand a little bit, or twist around and hurt your fingers a little bit? If you had to punch somebody using this, probably. But it's better than using your knuckles. It's going to give you a slight advantage. You know, if you had to use this tool in that application, like I said, it's going to give you a little bit more of an advantage. You know, people use their car keys. You know, in the last ditch self-defense effort. You know, they'll put their keys in between their fingers and use it as such. this is going to work better than that. You know, if you're a smaller framed person, such as myself, you know, you're not going to have a whole lot of power behind your punches. Even with adrenaline going up against a much bigger person, you're going to need a little bit more of an advantage. And, you know, you can use your knife, you know, closed. Sometimes the handle will double as an impact device. Well, with this tool, you have that capability. You have a ton of reach. Like I said, you're going to have an advantage of this being harder than your knuckle. It's pointy. But yeah, guys, a lot of really cool functions on this tool. I don't use a bottle opener very often, but I did use this, I think, at least twice on a bottle, and it did a great job. This, I've used to open a bottle before, but this is such a small, thin tool. It was really uncomfortable. This was super easy. Like I said, you have more leverage, and it's just more comfortable to hold and to operate. I haven't really gotten to use the bit driver yet. I've used the pry tip a little bit, and you know, I've used this to jab a couple of boxes, and it felt you know, fairly comfortable. But obviously, you know, you're not going to be punching somebody out all day. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to put this on camera, show you guys. I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's a video on YouTube showing this tool, but I highly recommend this tool, guys. And before I forget, the price is one of the main things that attracted me to this tool, other than the looks, because a lot of these tools are very expensive because they're pretty much custom. But the price I thought was amazing. This was $60 with free shipping and the lanyard and the sticker and the 3D rings. So 60 bucks flat. I think that's an incredible deal. You know, you're getting stonewashed stainless steel. Now, if you were to get the brass or copper version or the titanium version, you're going to be spending upwards of $100 or more. Especially if you were to get an anodized version or a special heat colored version or black oxide coated version. That's going to run you a little bit more. But they don't have any of those currently on their website. But like I said, they do offer those through their Instagram page every now and then. They'll have limited runs. So check them out on Instagram for that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely go and check out this company. Check out this tool. I highly recommend it if you're in the market for a pocket multi-tool / defense tool. So alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman 614, peace.